somehow the Jazz are currently number one in the West. So that's what you call wrong. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna jump right in to the news segment of this. Alright, so Russell Wilson says, not Russell Wilson, Zach Wilson, says that the position has to be earned. The quarterback position of the Jets has to be earned. Now, obviously, and the Jets don't have much competition there. But, I like his confidence, it's going to take him a while to get used to the system, especially, it always takes every quarterback a long time to get used to the system, but this is the Jets system, and even the Jets organization, the front office is still trying to figure out what their system is and what their culture is. So, it's going to be tough for Zach Wilson to get used to. But I like his confidence, and I hope he does well. I wish him well. 1,000,000%. So, AD says the Lakers situation is a challenge, so it's been fun. He likes challenges. Alright. Now, listen, now, I think if they wind up playing now, I don't think the 7 seed should be involved in the play-in tournament. I liked the 8-9 format last year. I don't know why the 7 seed and 10 seed are in it right now, but if they play the Warriors, I think they have bigs, and the Warriors don't, and that was something that beat the Nets without LeBron or AD. They had bigs, the Nets didn't. They just weren't a big team. Warriors are not a big team. If the Lakers use their bigs right, they're going to do well, and they're going to win that game easily. So I don't think they'll play in tournament. I mean, LeBron's just been grumpy the entire season. He didn't get a long offseason, and I know people are calling him a baby for it, but when you get used to an 120-day offseason, you're going to be off after a 70-day offseason. So, I don't know. But, he was grumpy about the offseason, grumpy about the All-Star game, grumpy about the play-in tournament. He's just in a mood right now. But once he gets that break in the offseason, he'll be back to... Well, he probably won't be back to normal because of his ankle sprain. But, he said he's not going to be back to 100%, so we'll see what happens. But, he'll be back to normal LeBron, not as grumpy. So, we'll see what happens there. So the Browns are not trading for Aaron Rodgers. They're not interested in it. Now, that's a big ego boost for Baker. He's like, oh, they had a chance to trade for Rodgers and they didn't say, That's a big ego boost to an already pretty big ego. But Baker fits Cleveland, And he's just Cleveland material. He just fits there. He's what they're looking for. Rodgers, his personality, the cool California personality, isn't going to work in Cleveland. So, Baker, he fits Cleveland. Just keep him there. He's 25 years old. Let him grow. Let the tree grow. Alright. Alright. So, the Jets, Robert Saleh, almost forgot a post-game speech, I think on Saturday. Now, what organizations sometimes do is when something works out terribly, they go to the complete opposite of it. The Jets went to the and it can be problematic sometimes. Because you figure, oh, this guy was so bad. If we go to the opposite of him, it's going to be great. The opposite of bad is great. But, and this was the polar opposite. It was an offensive guy to a defensive guy. An unlikable, odd guy to a likable guy. So it was like they completely went opposite, and sometimes it's problematic. So I'm not sure I don't know how Robert Saleh is going to do here. He's obviously a great defensive coordinator, but they tried a defensive coordinator a couple years ago. His name was Todd Bowles, and it didn't work out too well. So they did the complete opposite of Bowles. They went to Adam Gase. Didn't work out. They went to the complete opposite of Adam Gase again. Complete opposite of Adam Gase again. And let's see if it works out. We don't know. But, wow, I cannot wait for the schedule to come out, because, the Browns, it's so interesting. If they go against the top, I really cannot wait. If they go against the tough teams early, they're in trouble. If not, they could very well win the division and maybe come second or third in the AFC. Alright, so here's the news. Probably the biggest news of today is Tebow to the Jags. Now, I've always felt Tim Tebow was a better tight end than a quarterback. He just looks like a tight end. He ran a lot more than... He seemed like to run more than throw. He seemed to want to, at least. Now, I don't know how Lawrence will do here, because he's in Jacksonville. This is... Because I'm pretty sure... Because let's see this. Tebow went to, what is it? Tebow went to the Florida College. And I don't know if any SEC player is more known than Tim Tebow. His fans are ridiculous. So I don't know how Lawrence will handle this. He's going to have a lot of... it takes the pressure off of him, because they're going to be looking at Tim Tebow, not him. But his fans are ridiculous. Tebow mania. Honestly, I think I'm glad I wasn't alive during that time. I think I was, my bad. But Tebow mania, gosh, that was insane. His fans, I don't know how Trevor Lawrence is going to react to that. He could love it, he could hate it. It is really tough. Alright, let's get some music going, then I go to my takeaways from the offseason. Alright, let's just pull it up real quick. Alright, hold on. Come on. Load, goddammit. Alright, sorry. Alright. So, Luka was ejected yesterday for a groin shot at Colin Sexton. He said last week that he would chill out, but he's like a 24/7 complainer. It's just it's insane. He what is he, one technical away from from being, what is it, a suspension? Like, I've never seen that before. When's the last time that even happened? Was it like Rasheed Wallace or something? Or no, Ben Wallace, my bad. But that... He's a complainer. He is a complainer. And he should have been ejected for that. Look at that. That's like... No. Just get out of the game for that. So, the Vikings, I don't know what his first name is, but their GM Spielman says that Kirk is their guy. And, they say this all the time. Trubisky was their guy. He's their guy until he isn't. They mean he's our guy until his contract is up and they can trade him. They can say he's their guy all they want. He isn't. Well, it doesn't mean he isn't. It just means it doesn't really mean anything, honestly. It really means nothing. You know, it just means nothing, really, because Cousins is one of those quarterbacks that you have to keep asking about, and you don't know if he's going to get traded or not. He'll leave eventually. And they're going to keep saying he's their guy, but it doesn't mean anything. So Westbrook will chase history tonight as he looks to become the leader in triple doubles. Now, people say he's difficult, and I've heard other teammates say that he isn't, but I don't know. I don't really know if he's difficult or not, but what we can't deny, I heard Max Kellerman, and I kind of agree with him. He said he's overrated by half the NBA fan base and underrated by the other half. I think Westbrook is overly hated. Like, people say he's overrated and all that. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's good. I mean, it's not easy to do all that triple-double stuff, you know? I don't know if he's difficult or not. I don't know if he's a bad person or not. What we can't deny is his talent. The guy averaged a triple-double, I think, 3 years in a row. And, now he's about to pass Oscar Robertson for most triple doubles ever. Cannot take away his versatility. So that's something you can't take away. Alright, I'm just gonna jump right into my takeaways. The final, segment of this podcast. So, the Bills, my takeaway is building a juggernaut. You know, they added Emmanuel Sanders, a good weapon for Josh Allen. They're just building their team around Josh Allen, really. That's what you gotta do with a young talent like Josh Allen. Gotta build the talent around him while you can. Because, I mean, you are probably not gonna have it for a long time, really. Not gonna have him for a long time, so get all those weapons, try to win a Super Bowl with them. That's the goal for every team. Dolphins, my takeaway is they're building, they're really trying to expose Tua right now. They're like, if you can't win with this, that's a problem. He's got Devontae Parker, Mike Gesicki, a good O-line, Will Fuller, Jalen Waddle, a great defense, a great coach, great special teams. If he cannot win with this, it's a problem. Jets, a lot to prove, a lot of questions. That's all I gotta say about them. There's a lot of questions. You don't know if Zach Wilson's gonna be good, or if the coach is gonna be good. So we gotta really... This is a feel-out year for the Jets, because we don't know what they're gonna do. We don't know if Wilson's good, or if any other draft picks are good, or if Salah's good, so we don't know at all. So, I mean, Jets got a lot to prove. They got a lot of questions surrounding them right now, so we'll see what happens there. Alright, so for the Pats, they spent a lot of money. A lot of money. And hoping the money works. Like, honestly, money well spent? Is it? I don't know. Should they have... I mean, they went on and got 2 tight ends. They got Mac Jones in the at backup. Cam Newton, year 2 in the system. We'll see if he does better here than he did last year. I mean, he was playing decently before he COVID. I mean, when he got COVID, he kind of got messed up. So, I mean... we'll see what happens. He's got Hunter Henry, 2 good tight ends, a good defense, opt-outs coming back, Bill Belichick. See how he does there.